What's up,
What's
people?
up?
I gotta open the live stream. Hold on. Great. Because you have like 20 chats, but they're not over here.
I can put one over here for you.
You should give me one, yeah.
You want one?
Yeah. So, I see you were talking about dinner, so
Here, you can have
we
this.
had ravioli for dinner. But I still want quesadillas because I got really good shredded cheese. And you guys were talking about Taco Bell, so
I can make you a quesadilla later if you want.
we'll see if my stomach is not trying to kill me.
Yeah, we haven't been feeling it the last couple days.
Intense anxiety, my dude. But we're going to be talking about ghost hunts today.
Yeah.
So,
What's up? We've missed y'all. It's been a hot minute.
it has been a long ass time. Already got an ad.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So,
Easy broccoli.
cheesy broccoli. That actually sounds pretty good. You don't like broccoli.
No, not really. Henry like been sick for almost a week. Yeah, literally we just I don't know. The other day we like went on a ghost hunt. Well, we attempted. We can talk about that in a minute. But I've been sick since.
Yeah. No, I woke up that morning that we went to a ghost hunt feeling like I was gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was because I got 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And then I haven't felt like okay since.
Yeah. So it's been like a month since we've streamed. What is new with you guys? Hope you guys have been liking the videos. Sorry for no streams. Life has just been throwing curveballs left and right at us.
Your life update was amazing. Thanks. I always get nervous about sending those out, so they're very personal, and what Nebulous Nectar is talking about is on Patreon. I've been sharing all of the BS that's been going on, which is why we haven't been streaming for the last 4 weeks or month or whatever.
However long it's been. Yeah.
Life has been lifing, as Charles says.
Yeah. Ghost hunt, spill all the tea.
Yeah, that's what this is for.
Yeah. So this is going to be a Q&A where we can talk about ghost hunting. You guys can ask us questions about the locations we've been to, places we want to go, anything revolving ghost hunting. We can talk about it. Jada, welcome back.
What's up? What's
What's
up?
up? And yeah, if you didn't know,
We got members.
there's exclusive content for tier 3 members and up, and it's good content.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Since we didn't make it to a ghost hunt last time we went, we're gonna try to go again
next week.
So if you guys are interested in joining members, we're going to be doing a exclusive live stream for you guys, so you will get all the behind the scenes of us doing like b-roll and a walkthrough the place. It's a very large place, but it will be a secret to everyone because you have to be a member, A, to figure out where we're going next, and B, to get into the like whatever. Don't you have like Nightbot chat things? It's been a while. You
I
should put
do,
members link on there if that's a possibility.
Let's see if Nightbot
Remembers that.
I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it does. Wow. It is
So-
moving fast.
If you're interested in getting in on that, you can click the link there. If you want the live stream for the ghost hunt, I think that's the last tier. That's the highest one, the Meddling Kids tier.
That's for tier 4.
So if you're interested in watching our live stream, because we're going to be doing a ghost hunt, probably next week and probably again sometime this month as well. So if you join memberships, you'll at least get potentially 2 live streams. It depends if we're allowed to live stream there and all of that BS.
Yeah.
But being the top tier, you get a lot of different stuff. So if you guys
Yeah.
are interested, follow the link.
Yeah.
But you want to tell the story about why we left?
So we went to this location. Was totally fine. We like got drone footage,
Yeah.
did the tour, everything was great. And then I just started getting this weird feeling while we were there that like we needed to leave and we shouldn't investigate. And we ended up like trying to do we played around with like the spirit box and like spirit talker apps and like all of the stuff to try to figure out what we should do. And it ended up kind of confirming that we should leave. And it turns out we didn't know that there was going to be a crazy storm passing through while we were there.
Yeah, and the background story for that is the place that we went to, we're having issues with like severe weather and like tornadoes going through the place. So there was a whole bunch of buildings that were just like torn down.
Yeah, we were gonna go to a Taco Bell. The Taco Bell was destroyed by the tornado like a week
It's
prior.
still on Google Maps though.
It's still on Google
However,
Maps, but
the
a
dude-
tornado ruined the Taco Bell.
Yeah, the guy that gave us the tour was like literally showing us where we can hide in the building so that if there's a tornado, we won't like get crushed by the building or die. But he also stated that there was no plan of severe weather happening, whatever. So Riker starts freaking out and is like, there's this guardian angel thing talking to me, telling me we need to leave, otherwise we're gonna get caught in a really bad storm and potentially get into a car accident. We need to leave now. We need to leave before 12 because otherwise the storm's gonna get really bad. So we left. And
it would have been really bad if we stayed.
And we were driving back to like our Airbnb, and the storm kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And we found on like TikTok or social media.
Yeah, literally, I opened TikTok in the car as we were like driving back to the Airbnb, and the very first TikTok was like, this storm just like moved 200 miles right to where we were.
Yeah.
So we were like, good thing we left. So we're going back next week.
Yeah, so we're going back to the same Airbnb.
Same Airbnb, same location, everything.
It was, we already got footage for it, so I'm like,
yeah,
we should just go back to the same place because we already started.
But the good thing is, originally it was just Em and I going, but since we're going again, we get to take my brother Jay along with us next week. So since you guys liked him so much, he will be back for this next investigation.
Yeah, so again, if you guys are interested in becoming members and getting exclusive content, we're gonna get more content associated to this new location that we're going to.
Yeah,
but
the tour guides must have been like, damn, they were right. Yeah, when I called them, like once we like got back home from the Airbnb and was like, hey, I would like to schedule again, they were like, are you Riker? And I was like, yeah, the storm was bad. And they were like, oh, it's fine. Like the people here are like so fucking nice. So like, it's not a big deal, but it was like, yeah, it was crazy.
So it was a good time. The place is massive that we're gonna go to,
it's
but
so big.
I don't want to give too much away, so we're gonna talk about our past ghost hunting locations.
Yeah.
But if you guys have questions about anything ghost hunty, let us know in chat. Question. What is the best method to use while investigating, in your opinions? Best method. I would say the easiest method is the Estes method.
The Estes method is my favorite.
Because you will always get information because you'll always have something going through Spirit Box. And it's a bit... It's usually easier for them to use it because they don't have to be on a certain frequency in order to be able to interact with it.
Yeah.
But again, there's also times where it's not actually working and you're just getting random words because a lot of like debunkers are like, oh, spirit boxes, they don't actually prove anything because they're just random like noises and people are just interpreting that. When they weirdly make sense to what you're talking about and the person has no idea what questions you're asking, that is when a soul is talking to you.
Yeah.
So it's very obvious when a spirit box is working and when it is not.
Yeah, because I mean there are times where like random words will still come through on a spirit box.
Yeah.
Because it's a spirit box and it's flipping through radio stations. But if you guys watched like our Fairfield investigation when we were like talking to the me demon, it was answering like full sentences that Em was answering questions like immediately.
Yeah, me being like, okay, so who are you? I know we know who you are, but who are you? Me. Oh my god, there's something down the hallway that's really scary. Me. That's when you know it's accurate because Riker had no idea what I was talking about. And when you're doing the SS method, like when you're under the SS method, you have no idea.
Yeah, you really
what you're saying, and you think that it doesn't make any sense until after.
Yeah, you really like don't know what is happening because a lot of times, at least when I'm doing it, like I know that I'm saying like words, but the context to the words, I have no idea. So like I have no idea like what questions she's asking, even if I know that like we're talking to a specific person. Because when I'm like under doing the Estes method, I can still like when we were talking to the me demon, I knew that I was talking to him, and I could feel that I was talking to him, but I didn't know what I was like, what answers I was giving and how they corresponded to the questions.
Charlie, is it possible to learn to see auras? Yes.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out how you see them. I've been seeing, this has become a trend again, where people are like, look at my aura.
Okay, you're getting those too?
Yeah, and it's freaking me out because I'm like, no, I think I can see them.
Okay,
So, like, can people see my aura?
I guess I don't need to look through a screen because you're right here.
So you're supposed to, the trend on TikTok is that you're supposed to have a white wall and you're supposed to have your hand or your body in front of the white wall, and then you'll see like a line or something next to it. I think people are like like using their psychic abilities to see it, because I don't think you're gonna physically see my aura. But what color do you see? Also, people in chat, let me know what color you see.
I was like, you seem very like green.
Yes, because that freaks me out. Because like, I didn't think that that's how it worked either. And I'll keep my hand up here so people can see it. I didn't think it worked like that either until I started getting this stuff on TikTok. And every time I'd be like, oh, it's this color. And then everyone in chat has the same color. And I'm like, holy shit.
What color is mine?
What do you guys think? What color is Riker's? Oh, people are saying blue for me.
Yeah, like blue and green.
Yeah, I'm very green today. I think it's because I don't feel good and I'm worried about physical things.
Yeah.
Emma's still pink for me and Riker is yellow. Orange. Yeah, I get orange. You're very orange.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been seeing that on TikTok a lot too lately, and I've been like, I don't know, like, what is this?
Weird.
It's so weird.
Because, like, for me, I have synesthesia, so I a lot of times will just listen to people's auras, and it translates to color, because synesthesia is essentially you have your one of your senses triggered, and it triggers a weird result that doesn't fit in line with the sense that's being triggered. So I have color to sound synesthesia, so I can listen to Riker's aura, and their aura will give me different colors and patterns through a sound wave sort of thing. So you can do it through different senses. You don't have to just see it, but a lot of times the easiest way to do it is to like remove all the distractions of things and like see stuff around people's bodies and stuff like that, which I didn't think was a thing until the trend started happening again.
Have you been eating lots of twice baked potatoes? We did make them the other week.
Yeah, our James also asked a question about spirit guides. I think it's up further. Wait. Oh.
That entire monitor can just...
Okay, let's see. Can your spirit guides protect you in a sense from the spirits at haunted locations? Yes. We have two big head honcho spirit guides. They're seraphs, which are like a type of angel, and they are a very high-ranking angel. So now, when dark things try to affect us, they have to go through big boss angel spirit guide, and usually they're intimidated by that, so they stay away or they can't do as much.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Which literally, when we were at this location the other day, and like Em was like listening to a spirit box, and I was asking questions about us leaving, and someone was like talking to us in like very, very like clear sentences about like, yes, you need to leave, you're taking things for granted. And I was like, okay, who are you? Like, are you our spirit guides? Are you like a spirit from the place? Because I knew it wasn't either of those, but I was trying to like gauge what it was. And Em literally responded through this, like through doing like pretty much the Estes method of like less energy than like, because I was asking about our specific seraph spirit guides, and she said it was like less energy but still spiritual. And it was, anyways, it was.
And I should also clarify, you don't need a seraph spirit guide in order to protect you. I will usually like go up with Zeroth, my blue cloud spirit guide, because I usually see him around me, so I usually envision him like me wearing him as a suit of armor that's usually white and gold, so it just keeps a separation between the scary things and the not scary things.
Yeah.
So
Can your spirit guides make other spirits go away when you ask them? Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely can.
hold on. Do you guys do any sort of spiritual protection before you go into a place? No.
Not overtly, no.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, we don't like intentionally go
But
in.
I have seen different mediums that say that they like talk to their spirit guides and they do specific rituals and stuff like that before they go into a location. But again, that is very much based on like the way you think about stuff. So if you're very like, it needs to happen physically in order for me to believe it's happening metaphysically, then you need to do that. So it's kind of like Ouija boards. You need to do certain things with Ouija boards if you feel like the Ouija board's gonna like start moving around on its own or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I usually just go in with the understanding of that I'm protected by like my spirit guides, higher beings, this, that, and the other. And also, no one's ever died from ghost hunting. So
I say that a lot because I'm
Yeah.
like, there are some really like dumb people going on these investigations, and when I say dumb, they do dumb things.
yeah,
So I'm like, if they're not getting possessed or like thrown across the room, it should be fine. Because like, I don't know, taunting a demon, touching things that are demonically possessed, that seems pretty dumb.
yeah. I mean,
So-
we've literally talked to like the me demon, like
Yeah,
dark things.
But we talk to them
Like-
with more respect because I've watched someone talk to Robert the doll,
Mm-hmm.
and they literally like, you can't go through that box, like come at me, like.
Yeah, so like I don't know, because I saw someone else also say that they're going on a ghost hunt this weekend. And any advice? Just go in like being respectful and like understand that like it's honestly a lot more chill than it seems a lot from videos. I don't know.
It's a lot more quiet.
Yeah, it's a lot more quiet and like I don't know. At least when we go, it's very like calm, pretty like calm, relaxed, chill for the most part. Even when we're like spooked by something like the me demon, and I'm just using that because it's like the recent video. But I don't know. It's not really that scary. I haven't even been going. I've only gone on a handful of ghost investigations so far. And the location very much depends on like how active or like scary it is. We've been to a place like Prospect Place where
It's very
I could just live there. Like, and it is haunted, but it's like so quiet and homey and like warm and inviting.
The haunting is like light and happy.
Yeah, it's a
not,
very
like,
happy.
scary, demonic.
Yeah,
Hold on, someone said something.
you're fine. Also, Gabrielle, welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks
what's
for joining
up?
members. Welcome to Scooby Snack.
Would you be afraid to go to Haunted Hill House of Mineral Wells? We want to go there so badly.
bad.
We
I
just
want to go
need
everywhere.
we need the resources to get there.
Yeah, it is on our list.
But want to go to Texas, want to do a couple locations in Texas, but that one want to do for sure. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, you're good.
What is your favorite accessory to use and why? From Gabrielle.
Music box and REM pods.
Yeah, I really like the music box.
Because I like when they go off intelligently.
Yeah,
I think we need a new REM pod.
we need a new music box and REM pod.
Yeah, we need new ghost equipment, honestly.
Listen, there's these candles that I saw on like
Yeah.
I think it's Ghost Stop or Ghost Hunters Shop, whatever. Those places where you get ghost hunting equipment. They have EMF candles that the ghosts can put EMF electromagnetic frequencies into, and it blows the candle out. So it turns off the light on the candle.
Also, I don't know if you realized, but when we did the reaction video to Amy's Crypto at Fairfield, they had one of those candles.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, she put it on the chair up in the
Oh, I thought that was
dungeon.
I thought that was an actual candle.
It looks like the same candle.
Yeah, I thought that she just like brought a
I don't
candle
know.
to like set the mood.
Oh, maybe
But I don't
maybe
know.
it wasn't that one.
Because I don't
but it
actually
looks
know
the
what it was.
same. I don't know.
But I want like a couple of them, and then have someone just sit in the dark with those and ask questions, and then they'll blow all of them out.
I
and that
would-
would be really fucking cool.
I would love that.
That's why I want them, because I'm like, oh, this would be so cool to put content on. Anyways.
Right, cat balls. Yeah, I don't know, I want like the EMF rope.
Yeah.
I don't know, I want a lot more like ghost hunting equipment, and
And an EMF rope is basically like, it looks like Christmas lights, like a string of Christmas lights, but again, they work with electromagnetic frequencies. So if they put electromagnetic frequencies or touch the rope, it will light up in different spots. So you can see when they cross over it, like when they walk over it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, it reminds me of the like lights from Stranger Things.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I want it. Yeah, I want a lot of equipment just because it's fun. Obviously, like you don't need equipment to go ghost hunting, and a lot of people say that like it's, you know, all the equipment isn't like scientifically like proven, which yeah, it's equipment. All of it is like very faulty, but it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, the paranormal is like, what is that called? Like a parascience or whatever?
Yeah.
A false science. There's not actual proof of ghosts. That's why people have ghost hunting equipment to do that. So every piece of equipment, when it just acts up paranormally, we view it as evidence of the paranormal. So a lot of people get really like weird about it, but it's like,
yeah,
that's kind of what's going on. But when it acts intelligibly, it's hard to explain what's going on.
Yeah.
But
what's the favorite place you guys investigated? What has been you've been to more places than me.
Sorry. What's your favorite location that people have gone to? The Conjuring.
I haven't been to the Conjuring house yet.
The Conjuring house, both places that I have is you've never been to. The Conjuring house and Wilson Castle. Wilson Castle is so pretty. They have this like huge swing. It's like a wooden platform thing, and it's like chained up on the roof or whatever, and it's like out on this porch looking thing. It's so cute. It's so fun. I want to live there. But it's literally like living in this beautiful brick castle. But I want to take you there specifically in the fall time because it's on a mountain and all of the trees are pretty. What's your favorite locations?
I think my favorite one that I've gone to so far, let's see, where do we go? I've been to Brushy Mountain, Indiana State Sanatorium, Ashmore Estates. Probably Indiana State Sanatorium so far. I think that one has been my favorite.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Just because, like, I don't know, that investigation just impacted me a lot, and was like, I don't know, it was like talking to the souls, everything that happened. It was just like the place was really cool. It was like massive and pretty, and just there was like so many belongings everywhere. And then the investigation itself was just really good.
Also, Mariah had a question about spirit boxes. They were talking about how spirit boxes work because they were talking to us in Discord because they remember. So the conversation went like this. So we were talking about why spirits are able to use spirit boxes in order to communicate. Because it's like you have to have a specific timing based thing because like you have a spirit box that's running or like sweeping through different radio stations and it's picking up different words in order for the person to respond and speak to it. So it's like, how does that work on a spiritual level? If you're a ghost, how do you communicate with that sort of thing? So there's a lot of things that go on. And since we're talking about debunking things, first off, one of the things that debunkers don't believe in is that everyone has psychic abilities. So when you are doing something like an Estes method, using a spirit box, it's your interpretation of what you hear. So if you played the same audio clip off of a spirit box to several people, they're going to hear different things. And that's going to be based upon your psychic gifts and how you understand things. So spirit's going to manipulate you. They're also going to manipulate whoever is asking questions, and they're going to put thoughts in their heads and be like, you should ask this question. So a lot of times you're going to be manipulated to ask specific questions at specific times. And then at the same time, they are outside of physical time, so they are able to interact with the spirit box whenever they want, because they are outside of the stream of time, so they can input their frequency into the box whenever like the time is necessary to answer the question at the right time. But they are not only like manipulating time in a sort of like almost like time dilation way. It's like they take their frequency, and their frequency can not only manipulate the spirit box itself to almost like corrupt the sound to make it sound like something else, because there's also like a lot of white noise and static going through it, so they can corrupt the sound of the spirit box to make it say certain things. But they can also what's the word, like use specific like time dilation to speed up or slow down time in order to communicate with us. So yeah. Does that make sense? I know that was a very drawn out answer, but Mariah asked a while ago.
I'm sure the logistics of travel and ghost hunting costs make accessing them challenging. I'd absolutely watch you exploring random places and communicating with spirits at random spots. Hell yeah. I think haunted mines are generally the most terrifying. Personally, I hate claustrophobic places in the dark the most. Jamie, welcome to the Scooby Snack. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like going like places in the wilderness, like caves, would be like sketch.
I don't like doing ghost hunting at outside.
Yeah.
Not because of anything metaphysical. I am genuinely just afraid of someone, just a random person that is alive, living, showing up. Because we're not inside of a building that's locked. We are outside in the open. And I've only done one location outside, and it was with Patrick from the Haunted Side. And we were doing Skinwalker Bridge. And there were literal people like screaming at us from like the highway, but we could not see them because it's pitch black dark. Usually people walking around at that hour don't have great intentions. It's scary. So I don't like doing outside locations.
Yeah.
So especially going into a cave, I don't know if people are like staying in the cave. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would be afraid.
Animals.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark.
You guys will see this in the vlog that's coming out this week.
Oh, you're putting this in the vlog?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the vlog. But when we went to Fairfield, we left a little bit early because a raccoon got into the building and stuck with us and kept like cornering us.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just in a standoff for like an hour and a half with a raccoon until we finally were able to leave.
Yeah, well, the staircase just gives access to every floor.
Well, there's multiple staircases, too.
Yeah, so it just kept going up and down the stairs, and we just kept trying to avoid it, and it kept trying to avoid us.
And then it was just...
It just kept getting pinned because it was scared of us, so
yeah.
We left.
And then literally a week later, we had... There was a raccoon in our attic. So when I told my mom that, she was like, "Oh,
it followed you home."
The raccoon followed you home and climbed into your attic, and I was like, "Oh God."
Okay. Can residual energy trigger ghost hunting equipment from Charlie? Yes. And that can happen in a lot of different ways, because a lot of people think that residual energy is just like sounds, like the walls will remember the screaming of a place or like the words of a place. It's not just that. It almost like can remember people walking through the place. Mm-hmm. So if there is a residual, like, I don't know, they want me to explain it like this. There's like a lot of lore of like, on this certain holiday, this spirit like haunts this specific hall and walks up and down this hall on this specific day. Residual energy. A lot of times that's not an actual soul coming back on that holiday. It is usually just the residual energy of something going back and forth. So it can be literally like movement going in front of a sensor, or it can be sounds or other things like that. It's a lot of things that can happen.
Yeah, so I don't know, a lot of the times where we hear, like, when we've heard, like, footsteps walking places, it's, like, residual energy. It's not always, like, you're hearing a, like, spirit or something walking at that exact moment. There's a lot of times where things are just residual, which I think is still just as cool.
Will you pin this?
Yeah.
Thanks. You want to ask a question, Pommel?
Yeah. Do you have any collaborations with any other ghost hunter creators this year? Not yet, but I want to. We want to real bad.
Yeah, I don't know. We're also reacting to like smaller ghost hunting channels, and what they do in their content is.
Yeah, like honestly, some of the people that I would really be down to like collab with would be like Charm City Paranormal, Amy's Crypt.
Yeah.
I know you've collabed with Amanda from Acune Amanda, but I would love to still collab with them.
Yeah.
Haunted Nights and Paranormal Quest are cool too. Yeah.
So hopefully we can set something up for this year. I'm assuming we'll be able to get a collab. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Go to the UK. Listen, we would love to go to the UK.
That's a little bit expensive.
It's expensive.
But we'd want to. I really want to do like a tour of haunted castles in the UK, because where else would you do that?
Yeah.
Y'all should do it with Sam and Colby. Would also love to.
If they want to collab with us, we would 100% collab with them.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Collab with the UK ghosties. Yeah, I would love to go to the UK.
Same. It would be
So
so cool.
What if it was a raccoon demon? You're the one who saw the raccoon in the attic. Was it a raccoon demon in the attic?
It was a raccoon. I fell out of the attic when I saw
She
it.
did.
Because I wasn't expecting to see it, because usually you can hear it like walking around on the ceiling in our house. We didn't hear the walking. I was just like, we're gonna put a trap, we're gonna do it. It's fine. Our trap was like this big, and I go in there and I was like,
It's not gonna
no. And then after I fell out of the attic, I was like,
yeah,
maybe it wasn't a raccoon. Maybe I didn't get a good enough look at it. And Riker's like, stop gaslighting yourself. I'm like,
she literally fell, like she was standing on a chair, stuck her like moved the thing, stuck her head up, went
opening in the ceiling.
Oh shit, and fell out of the attic, and then was scrambling, fell off the chair, and then was like rushing to put it back up, and then she's like, I don't know, and I was like, well, it was like a possum. She's like, it was definitely not a possum. So I was like, so it was a raccoon. She's like, well, I don't know.
Like, I was like, your reaction says differently.
Like, you don't fall out of the attic from something that's not there. We talk to demons and spirits in abandoned locations all the time, and you don't react like that.
Well, my brain was like, well, maybe I should check again. That's who I am.
And I was like,
wait, maybe I should take another look.
No. We don't need to do that. And then the raccoon was never seen from or heard from again.
Okay. Do star signs have a specific or relevancy in regards to your experience with spirits, spirit guides, hauntings, manifestation, reincarnation, etc.? Your birth chart affects everything that you do. That's why you get born at a specific time and date. Because, like, I don't know. The best one I can give you an example of is I am going through my Saturn return. My Saturn is in house 7, which deals with like partnerships, relationships. And now I'm going through my Saturn return, which is basically you have like the seriousness of sticking with things, changing things, evolving things. You're like growing up. That's what Saturn does. So having that in that house is now affecting my life in the sense of you are going to find people that are most in line with you, and you're not going to be codependent on people that are shitting on you. So I started a new business with a new partner. So partnerships is what I'm learning about. Did I try to do that? No.
But I did not. But hey, you met me last year. We've known each other for over a year now, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's called shadow period. The shadow period before Saturn happens, you know?
Yeah, Riker slides in. I did slide in. I bet your chart is fascinating. It is.
Rude. I can tell you my top 3, but I can't tell you the rest because that's too much information for you.
Yeah, So I am a hoarder of people's charts.
Yeah, don't show mine.
I'm not going to show yours.
Great.
But I like to just collect every one of my friends and people. If you give me your like birth chart pretty much at any time, I keep it. I collect it. And sometimes I will just, in the middle of like while we're just like hanging out, I'll just be like, look at this chart.
Oh, I like to troll people.
Yes,
I'm
I
not
make
an
her roast.
astrologist,
But I make her roast people based off their charts. It's just a fun thing.
but I can look at someone's chart and tell you who they are.
Yeah. So I'll be like, okay, tell me about this friend of mine. And then she'll
Yeah, like
say it. And I'm like,
for
oh,
example-
you're right.
For example, I'm a Virgo moon. Every emotion that I have, I will tell you it like a computer. I overanalyze everything, and it's logical thinking. Makes it for a lot of really interesting emotional breakdowns when the emotion can't be computerized.
Yeah. So I literally have like across different apps and websites, I have like 40 people's charts. Like I have
Yeah.
old coworkers. I just collect people's charts. I think it's fun. Do I know anything about them? No. But I like to, in case I need to be like, what sign are they? I can be like, oh yeah, that's right. They're a Scorpio.
Okay, I have a question. Does it make a difference if you do ghost hunting during the day rather at night? No, it shouldn't. There might be certain things that are different time-based wise, like in the Conjuring house. There's like a haunting that happens at 5
a.m.
something like
around
that.
then.
But it doesn't matter. The reason why we do ghost hunting at night is that is when you can book. Because a lot of times these locations, they do like tours to the public during the day.
Yeah.
And then they allow the overnight period to be booked by us. And a lot of times we do things in like nighttime hours because it is quieter then. There's not like people on the streets making a lot of car noises usually. There's not a lot of like noise because there's a lot of people awake doing stuff. So there's less interference for our equipment. But at the same time, a lot of these places you cannot book during the day to do an investigation because they are doing other things. So
Yeah. And then I put in chat the different like websites, apps that I use for things.
Hold on, I'm trying to find more questions. Oh, can I talk to any spirit if I want, if they don't know who I am? Yes and no. You can try to talk to them, but if they don't want to talk to you, they won't. Or if you're not supposed to talk to them, you won't.
Yeah.
So, because you don't control the information. So it's kind of like if you were to go up to any stranger in like public and try to talk to them, some of them will talk to you, some of them will not. Same thing with spirits.
Can we do a TikTok series where we roast our viewers' charts and I just pick
Yes.
out people's charts and tell you to roast them?
Yeah, that's one of the things that we want to do. Do you guys want us to do that? I'm not an astrologist, so it'll be a little bit different than having an astrologist roast you, but I can roast you and tell you your personality based upon your charts. Yes, you roast me.
It's a good time, trust me.
I like doing it because I am nosy. But your chart determines what your personality is, because a lot of people are like, they just know their sun sign, number one, and they're like, well, it's so broad, obviously it's going to like match things. When you realize you have a full chart of all of these characteristics, it determines your personality and gives you a lot of specifics about why you are the way you are.
Here, do you want, you can roast mine
Okay.
as a treat for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
Immediately starts laughing.
It always gets me how much Sagittarius you have.
Yeah.
So, Riker has Sagittarius in Rising, Pluto, and Mercury, which means that you are so keen on just absolutely throwing yourself off a cliff and destroying everything without a second thought. However, you're also the type of person that's all talk and no action of doing it.
How did you know?
Those are only 3 of them.
Have you been actually talking to my therapist? What is this?
You take all of your dreams way too seriously and you think that they're all supposed to be a part of your job.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't do them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, the spiritual one makes too much sense. It's like spirituality makes you feel normal, even though it makes everyone else uncomfortable.
Just laughing.
I'm sorry. The fact that I say you're all talk and no action also comes down to your Virgo Mars. Your Virgo, you don't do anything unless it makes logical sense, but you'll talk big game like you will do it. And then you have a Libra moon, so every emotion you have has to be okay with everyone else, otherwise you can't have the emotion.
So I don't have emotions.
That is the Scorpio in you, though.
Yeah.
Because you're a Scorpio sun and Venus, so when you love people, you're like, shh, come here. Here's all of my emotions. Don't look at them.
Okay, you're also cheating there because you get more of that. I like when you switch to a YouTube studio from CoStar. There you go. That is how she roast charts. You're welcome.
Oh, I can do that in a live stream if you so choose.
That would actually be a fun live stream.
It would be hilarious.
What happens to a spirit in her tornado, I wonder. I have no idea.
What happens in a spirit's in a tornado? You mean like, oh, okay, hold on. I have an answer for that, actually. When we went to that place in the future that we're going to go to again, that we left, the dude was like, seems like there's going to be a storm tonight, and once the storm happens, it's going to pick up activity. I'm not sure if that's true, but the dude thinks that it's true, so I'm assuming that's a paranormal industry thing. But I don't know if it actually picks up the activity or if the building just shakes. Because at Fairfield, the whole building just makes horrible sounds, and it's not because it's paranormal, it's because it was windy. But that's probably not the question you were actually asking, but my autism said that it was, so you're welcome. Y'all got any more questions? I don't know if we skipped any of your questions, so if you have questions we didn't answer, please ask again.
Shalma asked, weird question, but I have been consistently seeing angel numbers and keep hearing ringing in my ears all the time. Is this normal?
I'm gonna give you a very specific answer to you. You have this female spirit guide that's coming in. The angel numbers are just an indication that you're on a certain path to go towards something new. And this spirit guide is in the process of coming forward, meaning you're gonna go through some sort of change that she's gonna help you with. She's female presenting and she is white spirit guide. So she's dealing with something that has a lot of clarity and a lot of adaptation to whatever the change is. Does that make sense? I don't know what you were gonna say, but that's that they told me to say.
I mean, that's very specific to her. So
Yeah.
that's a good enough answer. Also, what are y'all's pronouns? All pronouns, but I prefer they, them.
I am she, her.
Have you ever experienced something following you home, or do you have enough preventative measures?
Yes, I have.
I haven't. Well,
I don't.
we've talked about it before, but there was the one thing that
Oh, that's another one too.
where
It didn't follow us home, but
It didn't
it kind of did.
follow us home, but it came a raccoon. Vanessa
Yeah,
shot
it's a raccoon.
but we had gone to Brushy Mountain, and then Em and I were just like in bed talking about like what happened at Brushy and like talking about the investigation, and then someone from Indiana State Sanatorium,
Which we had not gone to yet.
we hadn't gone to yet.
We were literally talking about Brushy, not Indiana.
Yeah, but someone from Indiana showed up and was like very physically in
I was like
the room with us.
and staring into our sunroom that's attached to our bedroom while we're laying in bed. And I literally am talking about something completely like not thinking about mediumship stuff at all. I'm literally like, oh my god, this place is like so crazy. Like this is what was happening. This is what happened. And I saw this dude literally walk out of the like darkness into the bed and then pressed his face against mine and was like telling me all of the horrific things that they wanted to do to me. And then I made Riker sit on the other side so that he could do that to Riker.
Yeah. And then I just went la 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 until he went
While
away.
you stared at me instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah, it was because I saw him walk out, and
Yeah,
immediately
he
I
had,
was like,
a
okay, yeah,
huge smile.
we were like, okay, we're done talking about this, and then he didn't go away.
Yeah. Anyways, I
And
also had a time where we went to Fairfield the first time. And there was this dude sitting in the back seat of our car that also had a huge smile because we just dealt with a smiley demon me thing at Fairfield. And it was just weird. We basically like made fun of it until it like left. But they do like follow you home, but I don't think we've had like an attachment situation going on.
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, when the dude like got into bed, it was just weird because it was very like physical. So like you could physically feel someone else getting into the bed.
Oh, it was horrifying.
Yeah.
It was
So-
literally like if Riker came out of the darkness and got into the bed, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Because I literally stopped talking and was like, and Riker was like, what's wrong? I was like, there is something in the bed and I need you to switch spots with me now. Because I was like full on like talking about things and it stopped and was like,
Oh heck yeah, the Discord has a dad jokes channel. Yes,
yeah,
it
what's
does.
up? We added that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a good question.
Okay.
Is there some actual dimension that's similar to the back rooms? Yes. They want me to say. Okay, they want me to say something different. They're showing me that. Okay, there's a couple places that you could consider that. The one that I want to consider is a sort of in-between realm of dimension realm thing. They want me to say it's kind of like an elevator. So when you're in this like space, there's different doors and things like that that you can go through that will bring you to different portal-y type things. It's kind of, they want me to say it's kind of like an elevator to get to different dimensions. But it's not usually somewhere that is easy to get to.
Isn't that similar to the tower thing?
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
Sorry, because you're talking about that. and I
No
was
one
like-
knows what you're talking
No,
about.
you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can talk about it, but that's what made me like think.
Yeah,
so it's like,
because
it's
they
just
tell me if you ever watch or ever played the game God of War, and I think it's like the tree where you like can transition yourself to different realms in the game. It's like that, but like energetically. And Riker has been dreaming about something similar.
Yeah, so I keep having this. Okay, story time. Everyone, buckle up. So, I do like a lot of astral projection stuff,
Yes.
things on accident.
On accident.
On accident. Sometimes on purpose. Most of the time on accident. But I keep having this like thing where before I go into like before the actual dream happens, I'm consistently in this like tower type thing, like tower hotel whatever, that has like an elevator, and on the different floors there's like different paths. Like I've literally thought about making it in The Sims because I can like remember it and it repeats constantly over and over. So like now to the point where when I'm falling asleep I like go to sleep thinking of this tower and retrace my steps to see where I go, and then I have like the weirdest dreams every time. And they don't always like, the dreams themselves are different, but like the space that they occupy always starts with this like weird tower, and it's so weird. So I've been like recording a lot of my dreams lately because it's like it's becoming more and more clear, and I'm just remembering a lot more of my dreams like all the time.
Yeah,
So
but what they tell me with the backroom thing is it's like if you think of a rainbow, the colors that meet there is a sort of transition period. That's where these places are. So sometimes it's like you have to know how to get through them because they're kind of like maze-y. They're kind of like fractally in the sense of you could go through the same door multiple times, even if you're just going straight.
Yeah, Tower
So-
card and tarot. It's not even like the first time I like consciously became aware of like this tower was like over a year ago. And then it just keeps like now it's like a lot more frequent. But I don't know how to like explain it because I'm lucid when I'm in the tower. Like because I do get lucid a lot when I like in my sleep and dream.
You should teach me how to lucid dream.
Dude, I don't know. Loki's the one who taught me how to do it initially.
I'll tell him to tell me how to
You
do
work
it.
with him too. You tell him to tell you.
I can't even remember my dreams, Riker.
I don't know.
I've
Talk to
never-
him.
I've
He's
only
the
had-
one.
One lucid dream, and that was I got too scared because I got lucid in a scary dream, and I don't want to be lucid in a scary dream.
Well, so something that helps. Okay. Going lucid and even like going into a trance astral projection became a lot easier after I like dabbled in a little bit of hypnosis.
Wait, what?
I've told you this. I told you this.
With hypnosis?
Yeah.
You put yourself in hypnosis?
No, like I've watched like videos and done stuff where other people do it. But also, this kind of ties into Jen's question about like medications can affect psychic abilities. It also helped when I do a tiny bit of the devil's lettuce. It makes it easier for me to at least like relax, but I'm not like gone. I mostly do it because of chronic pain.
Anyways, hold on. Do spirits know if you're going to a haunted location before you actually go there? Yes. So they're outside of physical time, so they can like see everything. It's like when you die, this is like the stream of time or existence of where we are. You come out of it and you get to see everything from a bird's eye view. So they know that you're going to go to a haunted location before you go there. Because a lot of investigators are like, how did you know I was coming? They know everything because they get the bird's eye view of the timeline. So they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we go places and spirits are like, the mediums are here, the mediums are here. And I'm like,
What?
that's weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where we go places and like I don't know, even like days or weeks before like we're going, sometimes like a like spirit or someone will like start talking to us about the place. Like when we were going to Indiana, we started getting information about like the guy that we call like Stonewall. So we started getting like information about like the place, what was going on there, because most of the time we go in blind. So it's very rare, at least no, for the most part, the both of us typically have gone in blind.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a couple times where one of us knows things and the other doesn't, but for the most part we go in blind. So like going into the place that we tried going to and then we're going back to, we knew nothing about the history, and we were getting information beforehand about like the location, what was happening, before knowing any of like what actually happened there. And then typically that the tours and the history that we learn as we're there and that we talk to just validates what we get.
And then Sana says, so when you cross a spirit over, do they already know what's going to happen to them? Yes and no. They themselves are not crossed over, so they're still in the physical timeline. So until they're crossed over, that's when they step out. However, the other souls around them may tell them, they may not believe it. But the reason why they haven't crossed over yet is because they can't let go of their physical human ego. So something in relation to when they were living is keeping them from passing. So it's kind of like if they don't know they're dead, they may think, oh, I'm just going to wake up and do the same thing I do every day because I'm still alive. That's a human ego saying, I'm still in this body, I'm still separated, I'm still here, I can't cross over because I'm not dead. Or it can be something like, I feel like I've done horrible things, and if I cross over, I'm gonna be put in a really bad place. So they're still blinded as if they are us living. So that's why they get stuck, because they don't have the understanding in order to see everything that has happened, will happen, and is happening, in order to give them the ability to know that they're going to be crossed over or know that these things are going to happen. Yeah. But a lot of times we have souls that we try to cross over and they're like, I know what you're doing. And it's because other people tell them.
Yeah. Exactly that. We've had that when we went to Madison. The scary dude in the basement was very much like, I know what you're doing. Absolutely not. But in like Stonewall, Indiana, like we had like a back and forth with him about whether he should like, about him crossing over or not, because he was worried that it was going to be bad or he wouldn't be accepted, you know, this, that, and the other, because he didn't have the understanding.
Yeah, so when all of the people that he thought that he hurt came back to cross him over, it gave him what he needed to do that. So... okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Who or what soul has been the most memorable interaction?
I was about to read that one, so.
And that's from Amanda.
Yeah, there's been a couple. Stonewall was definitely one. And then when we went to Prospect Place and you and I talked to the people from the Underground Railroad, that was a really like memorable thing for me.
For me, it was Sarah at the castle.
Wilson Castle.
Because she lost her baby and then was telling me about me having a child, because I am worried to have a child because of things that have happened in my past of other people having issues with that. So I'm worried about that happening. And she basically told me that when you have someone that feels like they're unseen, me, little quiet girl in the corner, when you have children, you are the one that's going to make sure that they don't end up the same way, that they will end up seen. So, yeah, it was impactful, and I feel like I was supposed to go there, and it was a lot. I cried. Your turn, you can pick one.
I can pick one? Let's see.
Yeah.
No, this is about the tower. Sorry, I just read this from R. James. Question, wait, Riker, are you fixing the tower, going in different rooms and fixing things, like room by room? Not necessarily, like, fixing it. The rooms... Well, actually...
You're not fixing the rooms, you're fixing the timeline thingy.
Yeah, I'm more fixing, like, time things. Parts of the tower have been, like, repaired over time, but I'm not the one doing it. But
you're just receiving the information to do it.
Yeah, but most of the time I have, like, I don't know, I will go to through a specific path in the tower to get to, like, the other side of, like, dream consciousness, whatever, if that makes sense.
Want to explain it like your Stardew Valley game when you're trying to fix the, like, community center?
Yeah.
So they're like, you have to do specific task and you have to go out of the community center to do specific tasks. Like, you have to have a specific amount of, like, vegetables that you then give this, like, hub space, which is the community center. And each task that you do allows to put in the coding to the computer game in order for the computer game to check and be like, okay, is this done? Is this done? Is this done? Is this done? And once all three things are done, the coding is complete, and then it is like fixed, and it will become the community center. Does that make sense? That's what they used to explain it to me.
I also like that, like, me showing you Stardew Valley is giving you more things. I love it. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley lately because there's a new update. It's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which also, I've been thinking about streaming on Twitch sometimes. Would you guys be down for that?
Like streaming games?
Yeah,
and
like
hanging out?
games and just hanging out. So not necessarily like surrounding like ghost hunting, paranormal, psychic medium, just
And we'll still do stream
Yeah.
here.
yeah,
This will just be additional.
additionally. But I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley, so I was like, I should just go live on Twitch and hang out with y'all while I do that. Cool. Well, since you guys seem to want that, if you check the like description of the video, has like our link tree of everything, and you can go follow our Twitch and follow Instagram and stuff, and I'll like post whenever I get that ready to go. Fair value, we need to play together. Honestly, Vanessa, I've been thinking about it. I got it for M, so M can play with us.
What's up?
Your turn to ask a question.
Okay. Do I get karma when you die? Yes. Karma is not what people think generally, because a lot of people think it's they had it coming sort of BS. They think it's only if you do something bad, then bad things happen to you. But karma is the balancing of your soul. So it's kind of the same reason why it rains. It is an imbalance of moisture in the air that causes clouds to happen and then causes water to happen. So karma is the thing that determines the balance of your soul. So the frequency energy that's going on in your soul, if it is happening in a balanced standpoint, it's going to stay on a stable frequency. So it's kind of like best way I can explain that without like a sciencey whatever is like water. When water is at a specific temperature, which is a specific frequency, it's going to stay at that like matter. So it's going to stay as a liquid, it's going to stay as a solid, as ice, or it's going to stay as a vapor, as clouds. So if there is a disbalance, it's going to shift and it's either going to freeze or it's going to then become a gas. So it's kind of like that's how karma interacts with us as a soul. So when you pass and you're dead, because there's also another question that's like, do you have a say in if you reincarnate again? Do souls have a choice if they want to reincarnate again? It's the same thing of if it's going to rain, you can't really stop the rain. It's going to happen. So we incarnate because there is a disbalance within our soul, and that is usually based upon your karma level, and that causes you to basically yourself fall out of the sky into a little human body inside a woman's body, and then you become born and you become hatched. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Or as Vanessa said, it's stealing $50 from your sister but using it to pay for her lunch.
So your karma level is going to follow you into spirit, heaven, whatever, and it's going to determine if your soul is going to go higher and it's going to go to higher existences, reincarnations, or if it's going to go lower and do reincarnations on a lower frequency. So that just is the thing that helps to then make your soul a more solid frequency instead of this like all over, am I gonna be ice, am I gonna be water, am I gonna be a vapor?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Question. If you haven't embraced a full connection with your guides, does that affect their ability to influence events that protect you from negative entities? No. Even if you know nothing about them, you like have never talked to them, you have trouble connecting with them, they are still your spirit guides, and they are still helping you behind the scenes, even when you're not aware of it. So it's not, you can still ask them things if you want, even if you're not like fully connected with them, but you don't need to have like a dialogue for them to still help you as spirit guides, like move forward to do things.
Yeah, honestly, if you figure out you can talk to them, a lot of times that is also manipulated. And they will manipulate that form of communication in order to get you to do things. Yeah. Everything is manipulation with spirit guides in order to make you do what you're supposed to do. So it's kind of like they're like the game master. They know the game, and they're like, you should go over that way, and you're like, that's scary, and they're like, do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can show you scary. Now there's something chasing you, and now you have to go that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spirit guides, manipulation tactics.
Yeah,
that's where it came from.
And a lot of people ask too, like, my spirit guides yell at me. Are they mad at me or are they annoyed with me? They only will like act that way if it's beneficial to get you to do something.
Hmm?
But they don't have like emotions the same way we do.
They don't have emotions about you because they already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like they care about you, they love you. They don't have a like emotional tie to what you're doing.
Yeah, so like I don't know, like we have a shared spirit guide named Richard who he's kind of sarcastic and likes to like kind of troll us and be a little bit of a dick. That's why his name is Richard. And it's to get us to do things like
Yeah, they don't have emotions about what we are doing, and if we're ignoring them, it's just a manipulation tactic to get us to do things. They still care about us the same because they already know how we're going to react to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah. There's a lot of good questions. So it's like,
oh, okay. My insides hurt.
have you been thinking about a quesadilla?
I've been thinking of a quesadilla since yesterday, Riker. Do you want one now? Am I manipulating you into making quesadillas for me?
Yes.
I'm gonna eat this quesadilla and then absolutely it's gonna destroy me.
No, it's gonna be the best quesadilla and you're gonna forget you've ever been sick.
It's gonna be good until like 20 minutes after. And then it's gonna hurt.
Well, I'm gonna split a quesadilla with you.
I'm excited. I just want a quesadilla. Sorry, there's a lot of questions and I'm trying to find them. Can you purify your soul and raise the frequency of your soul? I don't know why I chose that one, because that one is a hard one to answer. It's not necessarily that you're raising it or lowering it. It's, I don't know that you really have a choice.
Yeah, I don't know. It just like balances out constantly.
I don't know, because there's a lot of the spiritual community likes to talk about that a lot. They're like, we are ascending into the 5th dimension or something like that. Sorry if you believe that. I'm sure that's possible, but I don't think that we as physical beings are ascending anywhere. We're gonna stay in the physical until we like die and then our soul goes somewhere else. But raising your frequency isn't necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. If you raise your frequency enough, you're gonna be in balance. And you're going to cause you to either push yourself forward or push yourself back. So how it happens in a like physical standpoint is it's like the things that are going on in your life. So if you're in a relationship that you've been in for too long and now it's becoming more toxic, sour, you guys aren't getting along anymore, that's an unbalanced relationship. It's creating imbalances in you. Eventually, something is going to happen with that. Either you're going to fix it or you're not going to fix it. And it's that imbalance that gets you to do things. That is karma. The imbalance makes you do things.
Or if you guys have watched like The Legend of Korra, they have like there's like the light spirit of Rava and the dark one of like Vatu or whatever. And when like Rava is like the good one, and that's like who the avatar is. Like that's like the source of the avatar state. When she is like bigger and good, Vatu, the like bad one, is less. But when he gets stronger, she goes down. She gets smaller. So there's always a balance, but you can't fully get rid of one or the other. So it's like yin and yang type shit.
Yeah, so when you are trying to raise your frequency, a lot of times it's on an emotional level and you are basically working on yourself, and that a lot of times pushes other people out. So like if you're doing therapy and you're doing all of this like shadow work stuff and you're with people that are not doing that and have opinions about not doing that, a lot of times you're going to lose those people because you're not on the same frequency anymore.
Yeah.
So does raising your frequency affect things. It just makes it more imbalanced, and it's going to shift things so that you become more balanced. Does that make sense?
Also, I see people asking like what's flying around. I'm pretty sure it's just cat hair.
It is definitely cat hair because I saw it.
Yeah, I'm like, we're just covered in cat hair. So it's just...
Yeah, I lint roll myself every day, and it's still there. And not as bad as I was yesterday.
You haven't held the muffin, man. When you hold Azrael, it's crazy. Also, he's getting so big, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know how he's getting bigger because I'm like, you're already big. Anyways, your turn.
My turn. God, okay. Question. I see mediums and no one has ever come through for me. Is it possible to be blacklisted by spirits? I'm
interested in what you have an answer for this because you told me that a lot of times mediums can't read you.
Yeah.
So, what's up? Hello.
Hey, welcome to a
great VLA. I don't know how to say your name, but welcome.
I don't know. There's not many people who can fully like mediums who can fully read me as well. I feel like a lot of times it is, I don't know, because I read your question earlier and the first thing I got is you might just not be ready for the messages of what people are going to say. But also it could just depend on like the person. Like M is one of the few people who has been able to like repeatedly like read me, and like R James, like Candy, like there are people who can read me, but when I like first started out, like little over a year ago, I would like go to different like mediums and like readers on like Twitch and stuff and like get readings, and they could never read me. So I don't know. What do you have anything to say about that?
What I usually tell people, because a lot of times this can also get lumped into people being like, no one can talk to like my significant other that passed this way. A lot of times if that happens, it's because you're either not ready for information or you're not supposed to have information because it's going to influence what you're about to do, or it can be the wrong medium. So that's why you need to find someone that you resonate with, because mediums are people too. They have a certain ability to interpret and understand specific information. So sometimes it's hard for them to talk to specific people, and sometimes it's hard for them to understand how to communicate information to you. So if that's happening, you may be finding the wrong medium, and you may be needing to find someone that is more so similar to you. So watching them do readings is a lot easier to find someone that's going to be in the same like wavelength as you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, Nibbler Girl, if you want to make a Scooby-Doo one, I don't say no to that. We need to get...
Oh, you're talking about emotes?
No,
what are you talking about?
Nibbler Girl says that she'll crochet like the Scooby-Doo dog. Scooby-Doo like dog for us.
Listen, I want to learn how to crochet, and it makes me angry that I can't. I just do it too tight or inconsistent. I don't know. Anyways. But that sounds great. Y'all need a P.O. box. I'm working on it.
It'll be...
I'm trying to figure out what I want.
Yeah, it'll show up eventually. We've been thinking about it.
Yeah, we want to do a P.O. box for members.
Yeah, so it'd be for members of YouTube and then Smoke and Mirrors Patreon.
Yeah, but I gotta figure out what I want, if I want to do a P.O. box or I want to do a virtual address. I gotta like research and figure out what it is I want to do before we actually do that. But
please, I want to send you pretty fairy wreaths. Yeah, you guys.
I will see this if you do that. So
you guys are already like stressing me out in a good way, just because so many of you are like, I want to send you things, and I've never had anyone send me things. I'm usually the one who sends other people things, so I'm like, don't know how to accept that.
It's very cute. I'm excited.
Oh, Nibbler Girl made a hermit crab for you.
I'm going to die. and we'll film us opening stuff.
Yeah, we'll do like a
And
PO
we'll
box.
put that on like members and stuff like that, so you guys can watch our reactions or shit. But I had a specific question because I find it interesting. So I'm going to phrase this differently so YouTube doesn't get angry. So if a spirit guide knows that an individual is thinking about that and knows the outcome, what is the guy's roles after that person has gone through? First off, if you understand parallel universes, that is a decision that they can make. Knowing everything isn't necessarily that they know what decisions you're going to make. It is very much you make every decision, and you have every possibilities that branch off into parallel universes. So the example I like to do is if you have a job offer, there is a parallel universe where you take the job offer. There's a parallel universe where you don't, and then there's probably like 10 other options that are related to that specific decision that also branch off into those different variations of you. So that's why your soul contract isn't this like very specific thing that you have to abide by. Your soul contract is based upon the decisions that you make in your life. It's not based upon the exact answer to those questions. It is a list of questions that are going to happen in your life. Does that make sense? And it's also, like a telltale game.
Yeah, and also I'm just throwing this out here just because it kind of has to do with the question.
Yeah.
But if you are like struggling mentally, it's okay to seek help. Therapy has saved me on multiple occasions. I'm a big advocate for therapy. Mm-hmm. Spirituality can help you with a lot of things. However, I think the most effective form of shadow work is seeing a licensed therapist and having them help you through like the big dark shit.
Yeah, that's also why I wanted to talk about that. Yeah, because I'm like, a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about it. So,
Sana said, LMAO when I send a twice baked potato to the PO box to get it rated. I like that everyone is just making twice baked potatoes now.
Listen, we're gonna do more like cooking stuff. I'm really excited. We got an island.
Yeah, we got a kitchen island, y'all.
We got a kitchen island, and it's gonna be easier to film.
It's nice. It's cute.
So you guys will actually see our faces instead of the backs of our heads because it's really hard to film in our kitchen with one.
But yeah, we got a kitchen island.
But we are planning on doing more things for Paranormal Pantry, so go follow us on Haunted Smoke and Mirrors. Can you do the
I'm on it.
thing? Great.
I'm on it.
That will be the link in a minute. But
therapy saved my life too. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I see a lot of people who turn to spirituality as a way to like pull them out of like a deep dark depression, which I think that it can be good for those things. But I also think that it can, if you do it in the wrong way, it can be, it can still be harmful. So I don't know. I'm a big advocate for therapy. Like, I've had a therapist for years.
Thanks, guys. I've never quit the SpongeBob references. Riker, you have some of the calmest things zen. Also,
I'm actually so anxious all of the time.
Same. We're the same person. Yeah. So when you said you have a Seraphim spirit guide, I immediately felt like I do too. What kind of level up spirit guide perks do they have? My Saturn return is happening. And that's when they showed up. I have another one. Both of us, I think she steps on it forward for both of us at the same time because the first one did.
Who? You're talking about Sarah?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Seraphina. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. Seraphim, Seraphina, whatever. But we have one guide who is like a dark seraph. I refer to him as like the magician dude. He came forward like a few weeks ago, months ago, something like that. Mm-hmm. And when he came forward, drastic change. A lot of change. I don't know what's going to happen when this light seraph comes forward.
She's a lot.
They've told us that it's almost like our spiritual gifts are going to be enhanced tenfold. Probably more than tenfold. It's like turning the lights on. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if I believe it, but it freaks me out.
Yeah. I don't know. We've been documenting our shit, so you guys can see with us. Also, yeah, I got this sweater from TikTok shop. I've been experimenting with buying things through TikTok because I didn't trust it. This sweater is fantastic. It's very cozy, although it is making me stress sweat.
My insides hurt. Your turn.
My turn?
Yeah. Gotta compose myself.
Do you want to end?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
It'll pass. It's just pain right now.
Okay. Do you need me to get you medication?
No.
Okay.
Ask a question. I'm ready. My insides hurt. Leaning forward hurts.
Hold on. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions.
Let me scroll.
If we skipped your question, you can ask it again too.
Yeah, you guys can re-ask your questions. Yeah. I was not expecting there to be 60 people.
Yeah, we haven't streamed in a while. Are you okay, Em? Yeah, at the beginning of this, I told everyone that I've had stomach problems for the last 3 days because I think I'm anxious, but I'm not entirely sure. But my stomach has been fucked since Monday.
Yeah. What was your first ever ghost hunting experience? Mine was going to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. So I went to a giant ass prison in the shape of a cross for my first ghost investigation. And it was scary. Not like dark things scary, but there are a lot of like souls there from like
Prisoners,
inmates that were saying a lot of really not cool things to us.
Yeah.
Like it's not safe for me to say it on YouTube type things. But they like to especially pick on me for being non-binary. Saying things like they could fix me. Yeah, it was
bad.
It was bad. There was also the one dude who like walked out.
Really scary dude in there.
Yeah, we were like on like the tour or like being like shown everything.
Yeah, this woman was showing us like where the buildings were and what we can go into, and I was just staring at this like doorway.
And this dude walked out with like a big grin with like blood dripping down his mouth, and Em and I were just like locked staring at the doorway.
Yeah, because I was like, if he like makes a step closer to me, I am leaving.
Yeah, well, it didn't help that when we like showed up there were a bunch of souls like from this prison, just like walking around, just like talking at us. So I was like,
this guy was like
terrified
fucked in the head, like sociopathic serial killer-esque person, like wanted to rip our blood veins out of our body type psychopath sickness. And he was just sitting there like waiting for us to like not look at him so that he could sneak up on us.
Yeah.
And then Anthony walked in front of us and I was like, great, thanks, awesome.
Yeah, and then he went away and we were like,
glad you're here.
Yeah. So that was my first ghost investigation.
Yeah.
So I really just kind of like got dropped in the deep end, but
my first ghost hunt was at a cemetery in daylight. We had to test out our things, so I talked to a lady about pianos and singing. Yeah,
Brushy was a first experience did not disappoint. It really didn't. It was
we really threw you into the deep end.
Yeah, because I don't know, there was a lot of like there were just a lot of souls there talking like very clearly. Like we got chased out of the hole because like the scary
dude
was coming back.
We didn't know that then though.
Yeah, we didn't know that then until we were editing it and we were like, oh, that was him. Cool. And then the next day we went, like after the investigation, we went back to get more like drone footage of the building. And we were all like, everyone was sitting in the car while we were getting it. And Em and I were in like the very back of the rental van that we had. And the dude showed up again. So Em and I were freaking out in like the back seat of the car because we can just see this man and he's back. And then like he was like poltergeist level type shit, you would probably,
meaning he could like physically do shit.
Yeah, he could like physically do things because there was like everywhere he would go there was this giant ass horsefly that kept like smacking into the window at us, not anyone else in the car.
Look at him.
Yeah, so we would look at him. Our spirit guides were like protecting us. They were like, you need to calm down, it's fine.
Which is a good example of that happening.
Yeah, because we were like,
They were literally like in the seat in front of us, like reading, like unbothered, completely
just, like,
unbothered.
it's
And
fine.
this dude's trying to get at us from outside the car.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, that was my first time doing an investigation, and then my second investigation was Indiana State Sanatorium, which also was like a time.
Yeah, I did the test at a cemetery in the middle of the day, and then I went to, I think it was Twin City Opera House, and then after that was the Wilson Castle. So I was not thrown into the deep end whatsoever.
I was. I've been just thrown into the deep end with all of this, like mediumship wise. I had like been kind of like, I'd opened myself up to my abilities and like realizing just how like much I was already doing beginning of last year, so January of 2023, and now I'm here. So
Okay.
you were like, yep, this is my career. Yeah,
that was an interesting time. He did not know what we were talking about.
yeah, I've been thrown off into everything, literally like lost my job, so I had to just do this full time.
You had to. What should you do if you keep feeling like you're learning too quick? And from my tarot, I've been getting cards that I'm advancing too quick. Too quick! I don't know if this is helpful, but when I started reading tarot, I just kept being like, I don't understand why it's so easy for me to do this. And I'm not trying to like brag or anything. It like freaked me out because once I started reading tarot, I started seeing ghosts. And I was like, this has to be normal. Like, everyone does this. This is normal. And I kept having people being like, no. Like, most people that read tarot cards just read the meanings of the cards and then that's it. They aren't perceiving someone sitting across from the table to them telling them other information other than the meanings of the cards. So they're like, it's not necessarily that you're like advancing too quick. I don't know. You have this like red spirit guide that's female, and she says that there is this feeling that you aren't like believing what's going on. There's like this like hesitation or this fear-based way of thinking with it. So they're like trying to lead you back to understanding the foundation of mediumship so that it can become easier and less sporadic and like unstable. Because they like make me feel like when you get information, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, here's a piece, here's a piece, here's a piece, but they're not in order. So she's like helping you figure out how to like put the pieces into the puzzle before you start reading. I definitely have been hesitating so much. So I don't know if that is helpful for you. Because again, when I started doing that, it was kind of like, oh, I'm a medium. That's a lot of pressure. I don't know how to do this. So it was like I'd get one piece of information and then I'd be like, oh, this is, they told me something, and then I would like run away and I'd be like really nervous and then I wouldn't get any other pieces of information. So they're like, don't let that happen.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, because like I read tarot before I started like getting like developing my mediumship more, and then literally it was just, I don't know, you literally told me like, oh, your brain works like this, that's how you perceive like mediumship information, and then it was just like the door unlocked, and then it just, everything has just been going like boom 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 boom, constant, non-stop since.
Yeah, because for me, I thought that I had to like do it like how everyone talks about it online, and most people that are online are clairvoyant and they see things. And that's not how my brain works. I can literally have entire conversations without talking in my head. And that's not normal for most people. So understanding how you think can help you understand your gifts. And it makes it a lot easier to receive information because your gifts are very passive because you've experienced them your whole life. So you're just used to it.
Yeah, and that is also why we say everyone is a psychic medium. Because you, I don't know,
you have
like,
the means to do it.
Everyone has the means to do it, because we've gotten comments of people asking like, why we think we're like so special and we have
We're
like
not.
these special gifts. We're not, dude. We're just people. I
We
promise
just
you.
realized what was going on.
Yeah. Like we don't do any like we're not special. We're just two people who make YouTube videos. That's about it. That's it.
So,
But
yeah. Have you guys ever been able to tell what was in the Conjuring basement?
there's a lot of
That is
things.
a big question. What do you mean specifically?
Because I don't know, the thing that I like without fail every single time I watch a video surrounding the Conjuring house, I always see this like thing that can like it can walk on two legs, but it mostly walks on like all fours,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of like weirdly slimy esque,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like very like dog like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've seen it in Twin Paranormal's videos. I've seen it in Simon Colby videos. I've seen it in like your Conjuring videos from when you've gone. Like,
Yeah, and I usually see a man down in the basement.
Yeah.
And the man is usually has a very low, heavy frequency, and he controls all of the activity. So he's some sort of higher level being, and everything else has to do what he says because he controls the frequency of the basement.
Yeah.
So
if we go to the Conjuring house, I want to be in the basement alone.
same. I'm actually surprised you say that.
Why?
I don't know. I honestly, okay. I've gone a couple times and most people have told me I'm gonna be in the basement alone. And then we get there and then it doesn't happen.
I feel like I know so much about what's in
Yeah.
the basement that like I don't know. It was like the me demon.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably be like a little spooked, but I could like
No one's ever
Do
died
it.
from ghost hunting.
yeah, because
That should be on a t-shirt. Nobody's ever died from ghost hunting.
write that down.
Write that down, write that down.
Merch idea. Because I don't know, like we were going to do solos at Fairfield, just the two of us, but literally the raccoon just made it kind of kind of hard to do it because we were both scared of the raccoon not being alone in different floors of the building of the raccoon coming in.
Yeah, I don't need to get bit by something like that.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm writing it down.
Kristen, thank you for the super chat. Do you know I keep drawing the Three of Swords in my tarot readings? I know it means heartbreak. I feel like you're getting there. I feel like you're going through like a repeating lesson of the like Three of Swords. I feel like you're not fully realizing the entire scope that it talks about because I know a lot of times like tarot readers view like the Three of Swords as like relationship heartbreak in just like a romantic sense, but they make me feel like you're going through a lot of like heartbreak in like different aspects of your life. So they make me feel like your family and career are having different like you're having different heartbreaks happen there, and it's just kind of the theme of this period of time in your life.
They also make me feel like you're redefining who you are, because sword cards usually deal with truth, and the Three of Swords is usually how other people make you feel. So you're kind of overcoming that, because threes usually deal with other people. With the Three of Swords, it's usually about how other people see you, your truth. So you are starting to realize how they do that and how you view yourself and how they differ. Is that what you said? Or is that just adding?
It's just adding.
That's
to
what I
it.
thought. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
it's
make
just adding
sure
to
because I half listened. Pitter patter fingers.
Have you guys gone to the Randolph County Infirmary? No, we have not.
Yeah. We do know about it.
Yeah, we know about it, but we haven't gone.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other suggestions for locations?
Yeah.
Because we need more. And preferably on the East Coast Or California.
Yeah, or California.
Because we're trying to go to California.
Yeah. When you type on the phone, your fingers make little pitter-patter noises.
Yeah, because I got nails.
Yeah. I went with a medium friend and we have the whole place to ourselves. I would post it. Oh, are you like,
Oh, you went there?
Oh, you went there?
How was it?
Wait, when?
Oh yeah, when? How was it? What happened? Immediately starts messaging them in Discord.
No, I'm like, hold on.
I'm in Michigan. We got a few places. What places, Jamie? That is, in fact, on the East Coast.
I went in 2021. We had some very interesting things happen. Dude, I want to know all about it.
Alyssa Ask Murder House. Where is that again? I always forget what state that's in. Because people want us to do that, like, a lot.
Yeah.
I just need to know the state. I want to go to the Winchester House a lot. Iowa. Got you. Oh, Kristen said it.
Okay. Massachusetts is loaded, as you know. If you come to Salem again, make a trip to the Cape or the good old Route 16 old jail. There's some great hunters around here. Chat with too.
Would love to go to Salem. Massachusetts is loaded.
Are we writing these down anywhere?
No. But can you make the chat go back over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should write them down on your piece of paper and I'll add them to our project manager. So
I'm like,
we have Randolph already written down because that's in our project manager. Myrtle's Plantation, which I also think is already there. I think Feliska Ask Murder House is there in there too. There's a really old tavern in NYC called Francis Tavern. Not a true spook place, but Def have a feeling that the financial district is active, so it might be charged. It doesn't have to be scary, because it just needs to be haunted. We've gone to a lot of places that are very, like, homey happy.
The old Route 6A. Route 6A and Old Jail in...
Is that Salem? Oh yeah, that's Salem. So Route 6A and the old jail from Salem. I want to go back to Salem a lot. Salem is so pretty.
I've never been.
It's so cool. Everything is like old style, so you can literally just see the souls, like the residual energy
it's
walking
in Cape
back.
Cod.
Ah, Cape Cod. It's pretty close. Cape Cod is pretty too.
Savannah. Funny enough, I have a friend who lives in Savannah, but he's about to move out.
I feel like everyone tells us to go to Savannah. People say it's the most haunted city in America or something.
He asked my friend to go ghost hunting with me, and I have the feeling we are both going to be paranoid of us scaring each other. Sorry, I'm gonna move this up here. Oh, cool. Candy shared them with me. Great.
Although your personal guard around town, I'm thinking this is Salem. You can practically ghost hunt on the streets of MA.
But yeah, I want more places in California, especially Southern California. There's the Whaley House, which we have.
And someone said the Winchester House, which is...
Northern.
I want to do that.
If we do a Winchester House, we should take Vanessa.
Yeah. You want to come out ghost hunt, Vanessa? You still here?
What's y'all's Discord? Discord is a members only Discord, so you have to pay to be a YouTube member or a Patreon member to Smoke and Mirrors.
And if you want to become a member of this channel, the link is pinned at chat, on top of chat. In Savannah, check out the Weed House. There's a question. If spirit guides have a predefined awareness of all your life choices, what purpose does a tarot reading serve for your guides? Does manipulating movement of cards interrupt free will? I'm not sure exactly what the question is, because I feel like you're alluding into a lot of different things. So first off, if you're doing a tarot reading, a lot of times your tarot reading is again going to be used as manipulation from your spirit guides in order to give you specific pieces of information. I don't know how I feel about the manipulation of movement of cards. I think it's similar to like a spirit box in the sense of they're manipulating you, they're manipulating weird time things to have certain cards come out, but at the same time, they are very much manipulating your interpretation of those cards. So the interpretation is going to lead you to do certain things. So that is sort of what you're talking about, but you're also talking about free will. So if they give you straight answers, a lot of times that can impact your free will in a negative sense. The example I like to give is if they tell you, oh, you should probably like not get surgery today because something bad's gonna happen. That's not gonna really give you a choice to do it or not. You're just not gonna do it. So that infringes upon your free will. So a lot of times they'll give you very vague things instead of being like, oh, you're gonna have a bad time while you're doing surgery. Instead, they'll be like, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of different changes in your life. So they go around the question. A lot of times they can also lie to you and tell you different things in order to get you to do certain things. So tarot cards can be used in a lot of different ways, from spirit guides to manipulate you to do things, to guide you to do things, and to give you answers. A lot of times they're very cryptic though. I think that answers your question. If not, please let me know. So.
Queen Anne Hotel.
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
That's what that is? You coming, Vanessa? You can go to San Francisco, and there's Alcatraz. Alcatraz is very expensive.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that like the like popular places are like expensive.
Yeah, Alcatraz is like $5,000 a night.
Like Brushy Mountain was $1,700 to go.
So, I want to do Alcatraz. Very expensive. Future bucket list. So that's absurd. Yeah. Savannah Theater. Yeah, there's a lot of haunted theaters. You should write contact Mike Eder. Eder. Holy shit. Yeah. Ghost hunting can be expensive. That's the more expensive ones that I've seen, but
yeah,
it's popular. That's definitely a lot of money.
Are you guys gonna do more drawing live streams?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we like them too much.
They're fun.
Even the Conjuring house is wild with their YouTube rates.
Yeah, they're pretty average.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be very honest.
I know I've seen things of people saying that like places they've like the Conjuring house hiked up their prices. They haven't.
I don't know what their prices were with Corey, but they're pretty like that's pretty average.
Yeah,
most
that is
places
normal.
I would say are between $700 and like $1,500.
Yeah,
there's cheaper places that are like 500 and less, but most of those places are like.
But also like going to the places that are like 500 or less are like
they're not well known.
Yeah, they're not well known and they're tiny.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Conjuring house is very small, but they are very well known, so that's why they can put their price up that high.
Yeah, but you also figure they're paying like to keep the house like up and nice. It's the land. They have like staff that take care of everything. So
yeah, but they're not that expensive considering the fact that Alcatraz is $5,000.
Yeah, it's
pretty.
It's
an average price. Most places fall into that section.
I would love to go to New Orleans, honestly.
New Orleans for what?
Just in general.
Oh, just in general. They don't have a specific place.
Yeah.
Start a fund. Well, I mean, That's what this is kind of is.
Yeah, that's
Members pays for ghost hunts.
Yeah.
So that you guys can have more content.
Yeah, pretty much all like money we make from like doing this, so like members, any super chats, ad revenue, all of that goes back into ghost hunts so we can go more places.
Are there any places you don't want to go back to? Bel Air House.
I haven't been to Bel Air House.
There just wasn't activity. So, I don't know.
Out of the places I've gone, I would go back to all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think any were like
None of them were like bad.
good.
But I don't know if like, and I think it would be cool to like go back to some of them, like a place like Twin City or Ashmore for a and like do like a specific like members investigation.
Yeah, like an exclusive members.
Yeah,
one.
because the highest tier of our members, eventually we're gonna be doing like exclusive like investigations at locations that only like those members get access to, so they won't be like public for everyone else.
What place traumatized you the most?
Brushy Mountain.
I have to think about that one. I have to like look at things. I don't know. I feel like that's probably right. I don't know. We had Ashmore where there was a weird thing that came at me. We had Brushy where there was just weird people.
Yeah, I don't know. The weird people at Brushy were more like,
Sadistic.
yeah, that was more like,
Yeah.
that was worse than, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still like go back there.
Yeah, same. Do you still have a connection with the woman who presented herself as a child at that one location? Yeah, I talked about that earlier today. Her name's Sarah, and she's from the Wilson Castle. But again, she's the one that lost a baby that was talking to me about stuff. Would go back there like, if I could just live there, that'd be great.
Have you guys since sustained impactful or injuries from interacting with the paranormal that didn't make it on film or wasn't discussed?
Yeah.
No. Not really.
I'm like waiting for, because I don't know, like twin paranormal gets scratched a lot of, apparently. I don't know. I've watched like 2 or 3 other videos where they like get scratched, and I'm like, that's never happened to me. I don't know if that would happen. I'm still like, I still want to see something move paranormally, because I also am like gaslighting myself into believing that that's not possible.
Yeah.
But that's gonna probably be proven wrong to me, and that's gonna be a hard lesson for me to learn.
Yeah, but I don't know. We haven't like experienced any like scary
Aggressive
like
things.
scary or aggressive things. Like I've been touched. At Ashmore Estates, there's like this dude who's kind of like creepy and a bit of a perv. And he like touched my legs and stuff. So like I've been touched, but nothing like aggressive or like crazy.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting for that to happen. But like we keep saying, nobody's ever died from ghost hunting. So the Conjuring house wasn't that bad as everyone says it is.
Reach out to Steve Brought from Haunted Nights. Yeah.
The Conjuring house is completely different than what you would expect. It's very much, it's almost like a mirror. It's going to show you your darkest whatevers. So if you go in there scared, they're going to show you scary things. If you go in there sad, they're going to show you why you're sad. So like we went there prior, and someone on our ghost hunting team, there was a little boy that came up to them and was like, let me tell you about your inner child work. So it's kind of like that sort of stuff. But when you go into the Conjuring house, it literally feels like the entire place is spinning. So there's a lot of energy and a lot of like potential for things to happen, which has happened. So it depends on how you go in, it depends on what is there, it depends on activity levels, it depends on a lot of things. But the Conjuring house, the reason why it's so famous is because there's a lot of spiritual energy there that can be used to manifest very scary things happening. So if you go there scared will get back to you.
These glasses are gunner glasses. They are blue light blocking glasses. This is the company that I used to work for. So GUNNAR. I can put it in chat. I didn't link, but you get the gist.
What does it mean when your Aquarius sun and ascendant is in Cancer? Usually Aquarius suns are people that have a very niche ways of thinking or have very niche hobbies, interests. A lot of times they have like commitment issues with things as well. They want to do everything and also nothing at the same time. And a lot of times people like to joke and say that Aquariuses have a god complex, so they're very like almost like bent out of shape about these weird niche things. And then
sorry, ignore me.
Ascendant in Cancer is with both of them too. A lot of people don't understand your emotions about things, and I feel like it's because you also have a Cancer ascendant, and Cancers will have lone wolf energy, so when you get sad, you sort of like shut down, and when you do talk about it, nobody really gets it. Because you have that Aquarius ascendant that's like talking about it in a very niche way, so you need to talk about it to people that understand your way of thinking and way of talking. But you also are a little bit weirded out about doing that because you got Cancer energy that's very like, I'm gonna go into my bedroom and cry about this for 3 days. Don't talk to me. I'll be back later. So that was for Nanny. You're welcome. Let me know if that makes sense for you.
Damn, very true for Aquarius. Don't call us out.
What?
Oh, Kiss said, damn, very true for Aquarius. Don't call us out.
My sister's an Aquarius.
If you were to pick a location to investigate outside the country, where would you go? If I'm being honest, I don't know about like specific locations, like names of locations outside of the
Dracula's
country.
castle.
But any
pretty
castle. Any castle I would love.
All castles. The only place I know outside of is Dracula's castle. I don't know that it's as pretty as I want it to be, because I want to go to like fantasy like princess castles. I'm glad I'm calling everyone who's an Aquarius out. That's gonna be an interesting stream, to be fucking honest, because a lot of people are going to relate to that.
Yeah. I would love to go places in Norway just because I'm Norwegian and I've learned a bit of Norwegian. I need to get back into it, but
have you been chased out of a place by spirit?
Yes.
Several times.
Yeah.
We were at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, which is a jail. We were in a weird form of torture punishment called the hole, which is you keep a whole bunch of bad people in a box, a very tiny box. It was probably like 10 feet by like 5 feet.
Yeah.
And they would put up to 10 people in there. And
they would keep
it was
the
in
light
complete darkness.
Yeah, they would keep the lights off, so it'd be pitch black.
So much so that people would start going blind after the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
So the way we got chased out of there is we were doing the SS method, and we were all sitting in each one of the like rooms, and all of a sudden the spirit box just started saying, leave, get out, leave now, enough.
And I was like, should we go? And then we were like, wait a couple more minutes, and then we ended up leaving after that because it got worse.
Yeah, and while we were leaving, we were hearing footsteps running up behind us.
Yeah.
So that was a good time.
And didn't that also happen at Ashmore?
Mm-hmm. Not to the same extent, because we didn't have someone actually chasing us.
But we did like leave in a rush because it was like.
But at the end, we did a session, and there was this weird shapeshifter dark entity that just kept taunting us about things. So,
have you looked into the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio? Yes, it is more expensive because isn't it like 3,000 to go there?
On weekends, it's like 3,000.
Yeah.
During the week, it can be half that. So,
yeah,
would love to go there because it's like huge.
Yeah,
huge.
like.
It's very popular too, which is again why it's expensive, but it's massive. I think Sam and Colby went there as well.
Yeah.
But Vivian, thanks for the $4.99, the super chat. My younger brother mentioned feeling guilty over my dad's passing. Is there anything from my dad that could help him heal? No problem if not. Is there anything my dad could help him? What?
I don't know what this. It's just this one just says.
I don't know. It might have just gotten deleted.
I'm deleting it.
Sorry, we're looking at our
I pulled up
project manager.
Yeah, I pulled up our project manager so I can look at like the places we have.
So Vivian, I don't know what you were doing or what you were talking about.
Me?
Prior to this.
Or,
yeah.
No, you're fine.
Okay, great. Is your dad, did he like smoke or have like, he has like a raspy voice? I don't know if that's from smoking or not. I'm just trying to verify who I'm talking to before I can get to that. Your question. Because I see this man, he is like bigger build, like medium-sized body. He doesn't want me to say this, but he's like shorter for a dude. He is like an average height. His hair is sort of graying. It's sort of straight. I feel like it was darker when he was alive. He has like a round nose. But he has like a raspy voice, and I don't know if that's from alcohol or if that's from like smoking. Because I can feel this like gross rasp in my throat.
Said yeah, darker, larger guy. He had throat trouble towards the end.
Okay, that makes sense, because I'm like, I don't know if that's from smoking. It just feels horrible. Okay, and they say alcohol, yes. Sorry, what interpretation was weird. That's why I was asking, because I was like, I don't know why your voice is so raspy and why it hurts. Makes sense. Okay, so now I know who I'm talking to. Give me a second. He feels guilty over his passing. Sorry, the way he talks is a bit blunt, and I'm just gonna say blunt. It's kind of like almost insensitive, but he's kind of harsh with how he speaks sometimes. I feel like he's like, I don't know why they would blame themselves because it's not their fault, because he had done so much to his body himself that it was just like inevitable. So he's like, it's not your fault. It's never the person who like found them or has this guilt over their head. It's not their fault. He's saying specifically for him that he quote unquote had it coming. I'm sorry. He speaks in a very sort of like unbothered way, if you will. Hello, Erica. How's it going?
Oh my god. Sorry.
Let me know if that makes sense, Vivian. Bucket list fun.
Erica, every time you do this, you give me a heart attack. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much.
OMG. Ha. Yes, OMG. Okay. Yeah, he very much is talking about, he's like, it's silly to think that it was his fault because it was my doing to my own body that was happening. He also makes me feel like, is his wife still alive or is she also passed? Because he's telling me about how he wanted it this way so that there was less commotion about it. He like doesn't like want to have a fuss about it. Because he's talking about it would be more distressful if it like happened with a lot of people around. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Sorry, my brain short-circuited. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Look at all these people liking it. Everybody like her post.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
We'll just start crying on stream. It's fine.
Okay, Ricky Bobby. Thank you. Nervous sweats. I've already been nervous sweating.
He had left a public space. I'm not sure what that means. Is that a yes? You don't have to explain if you don't want to, but hopefully that helps because he's like, he doesn't want to be the center of attention, especially around something like that, because I feel like he was more of a jokester.
Sorry, I'm looking at questions.
Yeah.
What's the most convincing evidence you've caught on tape?
Oh, a door closed in front of my face. It was slow though, because we're just talking about things maliciously happening. We were like walking through a door. This is at Madison Seminary. The woman that took us around on the tour was like, this spirit in this room, a lot of times if you come in like abruptly, they get overwhelmed, and a lot of times they will close the door on you. And that happened.
Was that at Madison?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was up in the asylum. So we walked out of this room, and the door like very calmly, politely closed behind us while we were leaving. So
I feel like, at least like the ones that I don't know. There was I'm like going through everything. When we were at Bresci and we were in D Block talking to the man, the music box was like going off very intelligently based on the questions. And at Indiana, when we figured out like this first secret and the REM pod and everything, it just started going crazy out of nowhere, and it didn't do that like that really the rest of the night. That was
my second one is when we were at Ashmore setting up for a live stream, and we literally heard footsteps running at us.
Yeah.
Like it was so abrupt that I like...
You jumped into my arms.
That. Like a lot of times with the like noises in the background, that's like, is that happening? Is that really happening?
Is that just the like the building like settling, like creaking?
We're sitting in this dark ass building, and there's someone just all of a sudden. We were alone. Everybody else was outside.
It was just us,
and they just literally running, like booked it, unmistakably happening, running at us, and like how sound like when it gets closer to you sounds different. They were running at us, so much so that we were like, okay, guys. That was a cool joke. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
No one was there. They were outside.
Yeah. So was a good time.
You guys deserve it. You work so hard. We don't deserve you. You are amazing. Yeah, it means literally the world.
I'm gonna cry about it later. I don't have emotions on stream because I'm a Scorpio, but I will cry about it later. Thank you.
Yeah, it really helps us.
You have no idea.
Yeah, it's gonna help make us able to do more ghost investigations for you guys.
And Catherine asked, do you think ghost hunting would help bring out my mediumship? Yes, for me, it's
a lot of validation.
Yeah, going ghost hunting just gives a lot of validation of my mediumship, like consistently. Like, I don't know if I feel like I can say this.
What?
Hold on. Sorry, I can
Secrets.
Secret.
Now we're gonna tell
Now I'm
you a
gonna tell you a
secret.
secret. Fine, you're in on the secret. But I can still hear you. Shh. You can't. Shh. I know you can't because I checked first. Okay, I'm monitoring it. Shh, you can't fool me, kiss. But the place that we went that we're going back to, so it's kind of like a teaser for the next location. But when we like pulled in, I felt like someone was like pushed off the roof or fell off the roof or something like that, because I just felt like someone like fell from up high. And then because we went on the tour at the location, we saw during the tour we got told that someone got pushed out of this like one of the windows higher up, right in like the area that I felt like it happened. So it was just like really weird, like I don't know, validation that happened. Or else like when we went to Prospect Place, I saw a woman like standing in the window with her arms like clasped like this down low, like in a dress. And then when we walked into the building in one of the rooms, there was a portrait of the exact woman I saw standing in the exact same dress, doing the exact same pose. I knew nothing about the location. I hadn't been inside. Like I was outside the building while M was like in at the tour, and it was like that I think that was some of like the clearest validation, because I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and like the reason why a lot of people in the paranormal community think that mediums can't see things through a screen is because it's drastically easier to communicate with souls at a location, because it gets your mindset in the same wavelength of seeing people from this location. So it's a lot easier to see things physically because they are already physically there. Is it still possible to see things through a screen? Yes. But that takes a different mindset and a different acceptance in your head to start seeing things. So when you go to a place physically, you get a lot of physical validation, and that helps a lot when you're developing your gifts.
yeah. And Skull's Eye says also, like, when I saw the portrait of the woman, I saw the same thing. I don't know if if anything, watching you guys go is also validation for me. So a way that I also like started strengthening my mediumship and start getting like, I don't know, more confident in it, is watching other people's investigations and like trying to pick up on what I see. So like Skull's Eyes, I don't know if you know this, but every time you comment on our videos about what you see, we are always like, holy shit, he's so cool, it's
Absolutely
awesome. Like
love it.
we love it, because that's, I don't know, that's
validation for us.
it's validation for us. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Because and I know there's a lot of people too who like question like if you can actually see spirits through a screen, and like you can. It's the same way as like people, especially it's most common with like the Annabelle Dollar, whatchamacallit, Robert the doll. Like people always say like, I don't claim this negative energy because you have to be able to like haunt and like affect you through a screen. It's the same thing. Like you can. It's more like remote viewing, seeing things, or if you feel like you see something, you can call forward that soul or entity to talk to you and give you information about it. That is how it works.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's
just not happening in a physical standpoint.
Yeah.
But spirits aren't physical beings.
Yeah.
But Amanda, you're too nice. Like, holy shit.
I'm gonna cry about that too, because now I can get Taco Bell.
We're gonna make our own Taco Bell, because if we actually got a Taco Bell quesadilla, I think I might throw up. Actually, they're great, but they do fuck me up.
Yeah.
But it's so nice.
I know.
Do you have any other questions? You two give me so much validation. I can't see entities, which is strange. I sense spirits too in my room when I watch ghost hunting videos.
Yeah, that is literally how it happens.
Yeah.
Like that's how it like started for me, and then I started going on ghost investigations, and then it like started like, then it was like, yeah, it pretty much like almost like prepared me for like what it would look like, or like what it would be. So it's cool. Oh, that's a cool question. Do you guys have any memories from your lives and other timelines? Do you?
Do you?
I asked you first. I'm looking at you because I want you to answer that.
I have to think about it.
Because yes and no, which I know doesn't make sense, but I definitely have memories, like memories and stuff shown from like past lives, and then other timelines I've like talked about, like I don't know. I've talked to like my parallel like lives about different things, and I've like done weird astral. I've had weird like astral issues, situations where I like talked to them like in the astral, and like we've done stuff. Annie, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling all the Aquarius out. You're welcome. Hold on, I have to like validate that these things are real. Okay, I feel like in a parallel universe during one of our live streams, okay, I feel like you're a girl, but I'm a boy and I have dark hair.
So we pretty much like switched.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But I feel like I am. I don't know if this is like the most stereotypical thing I've ever seen in my life. But I also feel like the house is mirrored. And maybe that's just
It's like
my brain.
I was like, that might just be your brain.
My gifts work in a weird way because I usually my way of thinking is very three-dimensional, so a lot of times I can flip things. I have dyslexia. So a lot of times when I like tell people, oh, your right side hurts, and they're like, actually my left side hurts, and I'm like, I'm too dyslexic to tell you if I actually know what side my right side is. So, but I feel like we're live streaming about something different. Not spirituality in that one. You're welcome. I don't know. Anyways, you got anything?
Like specific memories? Specific memories?
Yeah.
I
I have like future ones that look like us, or we're in a different house, and I'm like sitting on Riker's lap, and they're, I feel like you're doing a live stream for a different business.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that like the one where I'm like, because I feel like that's one that I've seen. Because before I moved like in with you, like when I was still living at my mom's place, I saw like a flash of, I thought it was like a future thing, but it might have just been timeline. But I was like streaming, sitting at a desk, and like you came like into the room, and like I was just doing it myself.
Yeah.
But you came from this direction, like not this direction.
Yeah. So we were in a different house.
Yeah.
I thought I was annoying you with my comments, so I kind of stopped. No, we love them.
those are our favorite comments. Yeah, like you have
We
no
love them.
idea.
We're bad at responding.
Yeah, we've been bad at responding mostly because there's been a lot of like negative hate
The
comments.
the debunking industry is a little crazy lately.
Yeah, so we've been getting a lot of like hate comments and stuff.
We have controversial content that debunkers like to talk about.
So we've been haven't been like fully like engaging with people just because it's been a lot to like sort through, but we love those comments, trust me.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You want to be done in 15 minutes?
Yeah, but we'll go for like 15. Oh, guys, worry about that for you guys. Yeah, we
Wait, write down Huska Castle.
got it. It's in
aka Doorway to
Romania.
Hell, Romania. Yeah, we gotta write down all these foreign places for when we get the money, because Erica is definitely getting us there. You know,
Goddamn.
goddamn. How about the Queen Mary? That is on our list. We gotta see if we can get into it, because I don't know, the places in California are weird. They don't just have like bookings on their like website.
Yeah,
So we have
but
to call them and get information.
we want to go visit my family. So while we're out there, we want to go to some locations.
So we're trying to make it a 2-for-1.
It's memorable how you both know doing this for be haters like that. Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't know. I understand, like, I have, like, people are going to be skeptical. People aren't going to believe. I have no issue with that, truly. Like,
Yeah.
everyone is, like, entitled to, like, their own beliefs and everything. We're just here sharing ours. I just don't like when it starts getting into, like, calling us names and, like, harassing us.
Yeah, there's a difference of debunking and just being mean.
Yeah.
So,
because I don't care if people, like, want to, like, debunk or try to, like, prove things, but
we'll have a talk, like, a conversation with you about that.
because I think that, like, that is a good thing, but I think that, I don't know, the state of the paranormal community right now is it's very, like, volatile, so I've been kind of, like,
Don't know what's going on.
yeah, taking a step back a little bit to kind of just let things chill, because it's been annoying. Vivian, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it.
999.
999.
In case you were
We've
looking
been
for
trolling.
the angel number.
We've been trolled by nines.
999.
There will always be inherently negative people who don't know how to mind their own business when they don't agree with something that's infuriating. Yeah, it's like it is what it is. Like, I just I don't know. We've just been kind of keeping to ourselves and just letting people do whatever. If we see people being like too hateful or like being super mean or anything, we just remove things and go about
we're
it.
trying to make it safe for you guys to comment too.
Because whether people believe us or not is okay. I just want people to like be able to have a safe place to like actually talk about things. Even if they don't believe it, like I want a safe place for people to be able to question things and like learn, grow, or even like, I don't know, just share their opinions in a safe, healthy way, not shaming, talking bad about people who are autistic. We've had a lot of people talk specifically negatively about our autistic traits. So that is when it starts getting like too much and we just remove it. So
Also, there was a question. Would you guys go see Annabelle?
yeah.
Yes. Oh, I remember there was a question about what is the most traumatic thing that remote viewing Annabelle. Annabelle is scary, but I feel like Ed and Lorraine Warren did like some crazy
666 candy.
What's up? You gotta flip that shit upside down. That is the dyslexia that I need. Anyways.
And our James, thank you guys.
Yeah, you guys are literally the best. We don't deserve you. Annabelle. The most traumatic thing is talking to Annabelle, but I feel like Lorraine and Ed Warren, I feel like they did a lot of like ritualistic things to the doll, so it is inherently tied to that doll itself. So it can't necessarily leave the doll because they like did all this weird blessing stuff to it. And then the case itself is just like another like form of protection because it's bad. It's bad.
Nibbler girl, thank you so
What's
much.
up?
Jesus Christ, thank you guys.
Oh my god. Don't let haters get you down. What's up?
This is our first stream back in a month.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck, you guys?
What the fuck, you guys? I started watching you guys a couple weeks ago, along with Paranormal Files. You guys are cool. Not sold on the medium thing though, personally. More info on this. How does it work? Mediumship? Mediumship is interesting.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think it's like you just talking to ghosts like I'm talking to you right now, but
It's a lot different.
they use the 6 psychic clairs in order to communicate with you. 5 of the clairs deal with your 5 physical senses, so they can show you things, which is mostly how they
Clairvoyance.
talk about online.
Yeah.
So you're clairvoyant, you see things. But you can also hear things, smell things, taste things, feel things, etc. The last gift is knowing things, and that's just knowing things out of nowhere. So if you've heard of people that can't imagine things in their head, or they can't hear their own voice in their head, they will usually use the gift of claircognizance, which is just thoughts. They just have absolutely clear thoughts. So spirits can communicate using all of those senses. And that is for everyone. So everyone has the ability to do said thing. It's not just like us. We don't think we're special in that sort of way. We just have figured out how those gifts work.
Yeah. So our goal with like doing these channels and talking about it is just to kind of normalize it a bit more and like teach other people that they can like connect with like spirit and things in their own way, and it's not like a special gift that like you fully have to be born with it, or like it's a rare thing where only special people get it, everyone gets it. And yeah, but also if it makes you also feel better, I was someone who, my understanding of mediumship before I like started actually learning more about it was just the like stereotypical clairvoyant viewpoint of things.
Most people's are.
So and like what was shown on TV, so I was a lot more like skeptical and like didn't fully buy into it as much until I learned what like mediumship actually can look like and how it can look like for me, and then it started to feel a lot more like natural, and I realized how much I was already doing those types of things in my day-to-day life without realizing it.
Night Stars, thanks for the
Yes,
super
thank
chat.
You
I
guys
really appreciate it. Literally, it means so much. You have no idea. Question. Will you go to our drive?
Yes.
I think it's in there.
Where am I going in here?
Sorry, I'm looking for a thing. I don't know if it's in there. I don't know. It's in our Discord, because case they say, do you still have your tarot cheat sheet posted somewhere? I do. It should be in our Discord. You just gotta figure out, oh, tarot sheet, right there. Right there. Share that. They can have it. We'll put it in there.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna view. I just want to make sure that it's not giving people access to our entire drive.
It shouldn't. If you're learning tarot, I have a cheat sheet for you. That's that. Will you click on it? What is happening to your screen?
I don't know. It keeps doing that.
Yeah, so that's what they have access to.
Yeah.
So that's all of the like keywords for all of the tarot cards, so you don't have to go through your guidebook to like do it, because it just, I don't know, it makes it harder to read tarot when you have to like flip through like hundreds of pages of notes. So I have all the keywords in there.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake Kavanaugh says, yeah, I get a lot of synchronicity stuff myself all the time, which I can't explain. But if stuff's happening, there's something going on to be done to ignore it. Yeah, the amount of synchronicity stuff, too, that, like, has happened is, like, as, like, I've, like, progressed in things has just been crazy. Gabrielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Get wrecked from me and Orange Cowboy Spirit Guy.
So, Vivian, my question earlier was mediumship, and was very accurate about the throat for my dad. The day he passed, his throat had an injury that is probably too graphic to say here. And then Mariah says, M also perfectly described my dad who passed and alive, and it was very baffling. That's baffling to me. Because I second guess myself and if this is real, because I'm like, I can't do those things.
Yeah, it always like freaks me out when I get mediumship stuff right too, because I don't know, there's also always like a margin of error. Like a lot of people look at mediumship of like,
you have
there's
to
a
know it.
secret word. You have to know these exact specific details, and
not how it
you can get those sometimes, but that is not typically how it works.
Yeah, it's like playing charades.
Yeah. So a lot of times, like for us especially, our mediumship works a lot through signs and symbols. So like spirit guides, whatever, will show us different signs or symbols and that will give us more information about what they're talking about, and then that will be validated in external ways.
This one's not updating anymore, sorry.
What do you want to do? You want me to pin this?
No, it's just not there.
Oh.
Yeah, it just wasn't giving me more things. So I was like, why does yours look different?
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah. But mediumship is really weird because I feel like most people, well, I feel like everybody has mediumship, but it's so passive and you second guess yourself, so like you don't think it's real.
Candy's trolling me, and to
Why?
think someone was worried about doing this, and I told someone it was what they were supposed to be doing. I wonder how that is working out for someone.
Yeah, and then you got laid off your job and now you do it full time.
Yeah, Candy gave me a reading a couple months ago about like what I would be doing because I was stressed and I wanted an opinion that wasn't M's. And she told me to like quit my job and do this full time, and I was like, no, I don't think I'm ready for it. Like my spirit guides are saying like it's not that time for it. And then like a week later I got laid off and I had to do it. So Candy was actually right from the beginning, and I eat my words on it.
That was hilarious. Absolutely the best reading
and I
I've
talk
ever
about
heard
it
in my life.
all the time.
It's hilarious. It's so accurate. You don't even realize how accurate it is.
I'll just be sitting there. I'll just be like,
wow.
Remember when Candy would like absolutely read me to filth and I didn't believe it, and then it all has happened.
And she was so confident. It's happening. Your
happening.
Spirit guides are telling you to do it.
It wasn't time. Then it was time. It was time pretty quickly.
Well, it's she was telling you just to leave, but you ignored it, and then your spirit guides kicked you out the door.
No, it's okay. Teasing is also my love language.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And I also
we love it.
I also am not afraid to make fun of myself for the ego, like being like that and me being dumb.
Well,
and being
it was one of the most wild like readings. Period.
Yeah, because it was so accurate that I was like, no, this isn't what's happening. Like I told him, I was like, no, that's not what's happening. Like I don't think that's like, right. And then it happened. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I just remember messaging Candy and being like, so you were right. So you were right. I was wrong. I'm eating crow, and I'm not afraid to admit it because it was hilarious. I still laugh about it to this day.
That's my favorite thing, honestly.
Yeah. But I think it's about time for us to skedaddle out of here.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed things.
Yeah.
If you guys want
69. Sorry.
69. Oh, there's 69 people.
Yeah, 69.
Guys, you need to like it exactly 3 times and then we'll have 69 likes.
Yeah, and then no one else like it after this.
Ready, set, go.
Ready, set.
There's gonna be too many now.
Yeah, it's gonna
You're gonna be like, I'm doing it.
I'm number 1.
That's a sign each one of you to do it. So hopefully you guys hopefully you guys liked this. If you guys would like to become members, you can make things happen. Hello, Allison.
Thank you so much. Finding this channel has been so amazing for me. This is first live I've caught, and everyone in this chat feels so positive. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
My God.
Oh my God. Oh God.
We love you guys. Don't forget that. And not sure if you're taking a break from Meta, but I'm really nice to see you. I'm figuring things out.
Yeah, you guys have, I don't know, I was not expecting this warm of a welcome back. I don't think you guys understand how much we appreciate it, and we love you guys too.
So
like, I don't know. I literally tell Em all the time. I'm like, I love our community because it is just, I don't know, like if you like the people in like the Discord server, like there's so many like cool artists. I don't know. Everyone is just so talented and so cool, and I just absolutely like love all of you guys. We're excited to be back. Streams will become more frequent again.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do Thursdays still.
So
we might do extra ones for like drawing readings. Yeah. But right now Thursdays. We're gonna try to do the Thursdays again. But if you guys are interested in more Ghost Honey content that is exclusive, make sure to join memberships, because we're going to be at a haunted location and a lot of exclusive things happen with that. So you'll guys, if you go to the highest tier and you do Meddling Kids, you will get access to exclusive live streams.
You get access to everything.
And if you do it for this month, there's probably going to be 2 that you will get access to for live streams. I don't know. We have to figure that out still.
But hope you guys have a great rest of your night, evening, whatever. Dade, thank you so much. Welcome to the Scooby Snap.
How's your demon friend?
Yeah, how's that been? Has it been a good time?
It was a fun time. It was a pleasure.
Our James, thank you. Jesus Christ.
It was a pleasure drawing your demon friend. We love you. Now go get some food.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make a quesadilla for her.
I'm excited. Hopefully I don't die.
All right. Good night.
Bye.